Hi guys, and welcome to part 3. So in this part we're going to continue, or finish it actually, the final milestone in the tier 1 piece of the Satisfactory, which is field research. And in this field research you can see here that we get a few more new things, which is great. We get a MAM, which is a research centre, an object scanner, which initially is quite confusing because it hasn't got anything to scan, but when you start researching stuff in the MAM, it will start showing you things that you can scan for. So simple things like fruit and nuts, or indeed power slugs. Later on we can use beacons and put them down to mark points. A personal storage box, you know that's going to be useful. Some extra inventory slots, they're going to be great as well, and a hand slot, which basically allows you to have two things in your hands, and then you can use the middle mouse button to middle mouse scroll wheel to change between the two. So the one thing that we're going to do in order to kind of speed the process up a little bit is use those mergers and splitters that we got in the logistics milestone. To basically say, well, look, at the minute, actually, if you can probably see, we do have a backlog. This constructor here, it can't produce fast enough, so we may as well get another constructor. This one's creating iron rods. We might as well get another constructor to create iron plates for us, and we can do that by basically taking this belt here and splitting it so that some of the iron ingots come to a different constructor here. And that constructor can create the iron plates, and then this one can continue creating the iron rods, and then we'll be creating two things at the same time. Now, the mistake I obviously made was I didn't space these out well enough. So let's just, hopefully, I did clear a little bit of space before I started. It looks as though I'm okay for space. I would just press E and then take all. Okay, what I might be able to do is if I just now press F, do that, and then that's going to stop. Let's just pull this out a little bit further. Let's just drag this storage container over here somewhere. Organisation, storage container. Let's zoom back a bit so we can see what the hell we're doing. We basically need to find space to put these additional splitters in. So let's go somewhere over there like that. Okay, and then we'll move you. So I'll just if I press F, below, if you destroy stuff, anything that's on the belt, you also get. Okay. So what have we got? This is where the iron ore comes out. So if we just move this constructor, let's just get rid of it for now. Okay, and then we'll get. This is where the iron ore's coming out, right? I think. Hang on. Yep. So we'll just press F and get rid of that as well. Okay, so we've got a little bit of space now between these guys here. All right, we can now basically use our splitters. In fact, what I might do, I might put the constructor on this side because there's the power poles and things. That has got a spare thing. Right, so let's do this. Let's create if we go into our logistics section, a conveyor splitter. Here we go. And as mentioned, basically it takes one input and then and it will output up to 3 different belts, and it will distribute them evenly, I guess. So let's just create. It doesn't need to be too far away actually. Let's just keep it about there-ish. Okay, and now if we belt this up, press 3 and bring that belt back as normal. Okay, I'd imagine we'll start seeing the iron ingots coming out again. This is great. Okay, we'll put another constructor in that's going to create iron rods as normal. So let's do that. We could have perhaps squeezed everything in, but I'm going to try and keep it a little bit more efficient and a little bit better looking. Let's press Control, about there-ish. Okay, and then we can press E again, 3, sorry, and join those two up. Okay, so this is looking very similar. The only difference is we put one of these splitters in. Okay, so on the other side, what we'll do is we'll put another constructor here. Q constructor. Put it wherever, it doesn't matter, does it? Line up with that one. There we go. So it's in the same position, and we'll run another belt 3 to this second constructor. Okay, so now we've got iron ingots coming out of two separate two separate belts now. They're going to need power, aren't they? And then what we'll do is we'll have them joining. So we'll put a joiner in here somewhere. Logistics merger. We'll line it up with this one, although it's being a bit of a monkey, is it? There, I'll merge it with that one. Something like that. And then what we can then do is if we belt it into there, from there to there, and then this one will also go to the merger. Oh gosh, did I get the right out one? You can see I made the mistake there. I think that's out, so that's wrong. That's the out one there. So let's just delete this. Apologies, and delete that as well. Actually, then and then let's do that again. The merger. We've got 3 belts coming into the merger and then 1 out. So we want it going that way out, don't we? And joining up with. Come on, thank you. Joining up with that one. I think that's right. Now that's the green going out. There we go. Okay, so now what we can do is merge these 2 in. That one. We need power, by the way, for these to work, don't we? And then click that one also into the merger, and then finally this is the out slot back in. Oh, did that? Oh my goodness! Look at that little belt. Did that actually? That's a hooky looking belt, isn't it? But it works. It works. Okay, so you can see now. Well, maybe you can see. Let's just go a little tour here. We haven't lined them up yet, but the iron ingots are going to come out. Our splitter here, as you can see, has split them into 2 now. 2 different constructors. Okay, what we'll do is we'll get one constructor creating iron plates, and we'll get the other constructor creating iron rods. Okay, it's not getting anything because we need power. How many slots have we got? We've got 2 spare ports there as well. What I might do though, actually, just to keep another spare one, is put another power line just here somewhere, and then attach that one to you, and 1 to you. And now you can see, you'll shortly see, well, you can see that they're splitting, but now you'll see the iron rods will come out, the iron plates are coming out of that one, and over here our joiner is taking him on a bit of a wonky snake-like curve through back to our container. In fact, what we can do is we can put our iron rods and iron plates back in there. There we go. That stuff there as well. Actually, we don't need the iron ingots, do we? We can put those in the other storage container. Let me grab those. Let me grab those and put those in the storage container down here. Now, this is more efficient in a couple of ways. We know, you may remember that the smelter was actually smelting more iron than that constructor could handle anyway. So we might as well have these 2 guys splitting up the work. And now I think we look. You see, it's still too much for these constructors. How about you? Yeah, you see, so we're still generating more than we need. So these are going to back up. How are we doing for power? Let's have a little look. We're now using 30 megawatts out of the 40, so we're getting a bit serious now. But let's marvel at what we've just done. We've created ourselves a splitter and a merger that's now doing 2 things for us at once. We no longer have to worry about iron plates and iron rods and having to keep changing the recipe. We've actually got it doing it for us. How marvellous is that? Now let's have a quick spin over to our hub. I can't remember, I didn't select the milestone, so let's go and do that so that we know what we need. Click on that, click on select milestone. Here we go. We need 300 copper wire, we need 300 screws and 100 iron plates. Now I can tell you we've almost certainly got the iron plates. Click on here. Yep, we have. What was it? 300 iron copper wire. Is it copper wire? Is that what it's called? Yeah, wire, just wire. But it's so we've got plenty here. We've got a stack of 500, so that's also good. So let's just go and load those up into the milestone, into the hub terminal. Click on here. 500 and 100. There we go. So the only thing we need to do now is screws. Now you'll notice that actually we're not creating screws. We're creating iron rods and we're creating iron plate, but we're not creating screws. And screws is one of those things that actually is a result of kind of downstream from iron ingots to iron rods and then to screws. If I show you, if I press Q, no, it's got a constructor here. If I go to recipe, I won't click it, but you'll see that for screws you actually need iron rods. So what we could potentially do is split this up again, okay, so that the iron rods are split out again to create screws. We could potentially have half of the iron rods going into the container and the other half being done to create screws. It's a bit fancy, and to be honest with you, given that we'll need to kind of merge it back over here. I think it's worth doing though, isn't it? So what we're going to do then, let's create another constructor here-ish. Okay, and we'll press Q and do constructor. I think we've got enough of everything. Oh, look at that! We need reinforced iron plates soon. Okay, we can do. We can manually make those for now, just to keep the system going. Now I want to put it about there-ish. Okay, and then is that going to work? Maybe. Maybe. No, I'm going to remove that a touch. Actually, I'm going to move it from there. I'm going to maybe move it over here a little bit. Okay. Yeah, about there-ish. Right, just so we've got some space to kind of plug everything back in. Right, let's just pop that there. Now, if we split this, and I think if we get this right, if I go to logistics, I think it will actually. There we go. I think it's actually, if you kind of hover it over, it will, if it can, place it in between the belt for you. And now you can see it's actually split it once. And this is good because what we can now do is we can put the other iron rod. So all of the iron rods are currently going through, but if we put the belt here into here, okay, some of our iron rods are going to go into storage as normal, I hope. Iron rod, there we go, and some of them are going to go into this next constructor. Crikey, we've got a lot of constructors, and this constructor is going to create screws. But it's going to need power. And it just so happens that somewhere I thought I had a spare power cable. Power gets quite confusing in this. 1, 2, 3. There we go, so we can use this one. Press 2, attach it to you. It's kind of going through other bits though, which is a bit dark, but there we go. Okay, and now this one here is creating screws. And it looks to me like it's probably creating them. It's creating 4 at a time, but there we go. The annoying thing though is we need to get it back into this box here. So I think the only way we're going to do that is by, well, we could move it, I guess. We could move this further up, couldn't we? We could move this up a bit, or I could just run the belt all the way around and back in there. It's messy, but for now I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm going to click, I'm going to turn it by using the middle mouse as much as it'll let me. And then that, I'm going to, yeah, I'm just going to do, why won't it let me do it? What's the matter with you? Is it because I'm encroaching on the other? I'm missing iron rods. Well, it's just just so happens I'm making a lot of iron rods. So let's just grab a stack. Excuse me. And then I'll just kind of just use the middle mouse to tilt it round. And then bring it round. Now, actually, I'm going to change that because if I want something to come out of this, then I'm going to have to. Oh, I suppose that could go above it, couldn't it? I don't know. For now, at least, let's just keep going. Okay, and then finally, I hope that one into there. Okay, so we've kind of gone. This is a long old train, isn't it? But what we've got now is, crikey, quite the concoction. And I should imagine this will probably get me some comments saying this is absolutely shockingly inefficient. I would have to agree, but it's my nightmare. Okay, so we've got regular iron rods going into this here, creating us our screws. We've got some iron rods that are just quite simply going straight in. So now we're creating all of the things that we can actually create, I think, with a constructor and iron. I don't know if we can create reinforced steel plates yet. Can we? We can't. Not in. Oh, hang on. Select recipe. No, we can't yet. So we've got to do them manually. And it looks like we're going to need some soon. I think reinforced iron plates. I think you need iron plates and screws. Let's have a quick look. Hang on a second. E. No, not there. here. Okay, reinforced iron plates, you need iron plates and screws. Yes, as I said. So we can't. The constructors can't do them yet. And I'll tell you why. It's because it needs two things. The constructors at the moment are only good for making things that need one item. Well, very shortly we're going to get an advanced assembler that can take 2 items and create things like that. So we might as well actually just to keep me stocked up. So this is the first time I've actually needed these. I've been using these from the what came with the initial inventory. So let's just create some reinforced iron. Just the 3, is it? Oh, okay. How many? Oh, 12 screws. Crikey. Okay, well, I've got a few anyway. There we go. I would imagine I'm going to get some fuel out here because I reckon I'm going to need some. Let's have a little look, see how we're getting on. Press E, we can see that we're doing between 30 and 34 megawatts of production. Yeah, this guy's going to need some more. Look, as will you, I'd imagine. Yep, sorry. So just double click those and keep that going. Yeah, we're using 35ish out of the 40. What we can do is create another biomass burner and attach it here if we need more power. I don't think we do need more power right now. We now just need to wait for these screws to finish. Look at this. Look at this. In fact, what I might even do, let's just build a observation tower so we can have a look at our insanity. Here we go. About there-ish. I don't know. So this is one of the ones we got from the previous tier, I think. Let's have a little go up this. Okay, and there it is. There is our insanity. Look at this. That's a mastery of poor design, isn't it? That's a mastery of saying, okay, I've made a mistake, but such is the power of this game that it's actually not the end of the world if you have made a mistake. Oh, that is bonkers. Maybe I could have moved this storage container up a bit, moved the joiner up a bit, and then this wouldn't look anywhere near as dark. But hey, where's the fun in that? Look at that. By the way, if you press P, you can go to photo mode. We can actually just come out of photo mode and I'll remove my prodder, and you can take a picture. The picture doesn't come with the wires, the crosshairs or anything. I think that's for the rule of thirds. If you really, you can zoom out as well. So let's just do that. Let's just take a shot here-ish. Oh my goodness, how far can you zoom out? There you go, miles out. Oh, look at this. This is weird. Whoa, wasn't expecting that. Okay. And looks like that 100. I know that 100 is working. There we go. So click on that. I'll just click that, and I'll use that as the thumbnail. There you go. Okay. Press P again to come out. Lovely. The other thing I have forgotten to do is eat. I've only got 3 health left, so I really should be keeping my health topped up. So if I just equip it and just left click once, Pale Breeze refuel 1, whatever you want to call it, section. The beryl nuts replenish half a nodule, whatever you want to call it. We don't want to be falling off this. If you jump off it, you will lose some health. So let's just go down the stairs. There we go. Just press F, and then we'll just get rid of that. And then just re-equip our prodder zapper. So we should probably, while we're waiting for these screws, I assume we haven't hit the 300 mark yet. Oh, we're doing alright, 110, we're getting there. So it's time to go on the hunt for fuel. Okay, right, so the only other thing I can think to get now, and I think we've got space for it, is our limestone. So let's go and pick up the limestone from our portable miners, because cement we can use to start creating some foundations. Now, one of the kind of top tips is that you should build on foundations, and I do agree with that. I just need to I think you need to get past tier 1 and tier 2 to really get the benefit of that, just a personal opinion. Probably other people would argue with that, I don't know. It just seems like not an essential thing. to do early doors. You just need to get to the point where, well, really realistically, where you've got your own coal power running, which we will get to, but that isn't happening yet. Right, so are we running? We are running. For a second there I thought we'd run out of power. Now I'm very low on space, so let's just pop some stuff in storage here. Yeah, I am running low, so we can put the biofuel back in, and we need the concrete. We have got these ones here for concrete, so I could quickly, or quickly-ish, blast out some concrete for the while we're waiting for the foundations. Foundations don't need anything other than these ones don't need anything other than concrete to be put down, so we can just create a load of them and then start putting some flooring down. So let's just create a load of concrete. Okie dokie. Right, so I'm just going to put that in storage for now, because there's other things perhaps we could be using these. Actually, let's keep a little bit short. We'll keep 100, and while we're at it, then let's also start creating some biomass. I'll do that as well. I think this should be a bit quicker. Yeah, biomass leaves. And we'll also do biomass wood. That shouldn't take long. There we go. Okay, let's just pop all that biomass into our storage if we've got room, which we have still. We should probably let's just keep 165, shall we? Sorry, let's keep 200 and then we'll put those into our burners. Sorry, I've just taken a lot of... No, there we go. So we'll put 200 back into our biomass burners over here, because I'd imagine they're running a little low. So they're not. We'll split them anyway and put... what? Excuse me. Let's just double click it. So it goes up to 200. Thank you. And we'll go to you as well. Okay, I'm not going anywhere near as slowly as I thought, as quickly as I thought. And how are we doing over here for our screws? We have got 326. We have enough. We have enough, so we can move over towards our milestone. My goodness, this is the one. You see, I was able to go and get myself busy, doing a bit of crafting, doing a bit of leaf collection, and still the screws were being generated without any fuss, and it's still generating them now. So this is really good news. Okay, this is the whole point of this game. If this is what you enjoy, if you can kind of see the fun in sort of creating these elaborate designs, then you're going to like this game. If this sort of thing drives you, it's going to make your head spin, then perhaps this isn't the game for you. But if you kind of enjoy the logistics of it all, and perhaps even just sitting there sometimes and watching the belts move along, I think you'll enjoy this game. So let's go over and finish off this milestone. Smashed through it, didn't we? No berries on there. And so if we double click the screws, up comes the button. We'll click on it. And guess what?
Milestone reached. The molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, will allow R&D to provide new technologies, items, and buildings based on samples collected in the field. To ensure a greater chance of success during exploration, an upgraded tool belt has been provided, as well as an object scanner and beacons. Note: the object scanner requires calibration via the MAM to enable detection of specific objects.
So, sorry, apologies, I had a bit of a coughing fit there. So the point being, the MAM is, we might as well create this before we finish this off. The MAM is a research station, and it, let's just create the object scanner first, if it'll let me. We need reinforced iron plates and some beacons. So we need to create a beacon. So to create a beacon, we need More wiring, really? Okay, I thought I had plenty of wire. But okay, what we can actually do while we're at it here is get this thing over here to create some wire for us. Okay, cable, I think, is it? There we go. Oh no, we can't. No, ignore that, because for cable we need the wiring. Excuse me, sorry. Got that wrong. This is wire here. It's the wire that needs the cable. So let's just pick up a stack and just get some more wire. This is, we're running out of our inventory now, so let's just create a few bits. It was wiring, cable, wasn't it? So let's just create a bit of that. Can't remember how many it was. Let's just do about 20 or something like that. Okay, what else do we need? Looks like we've got enough for just 10 beacons. Oh crikey! Let's do 5. Okay, because we can use these beacons. And then what will then the object scanner? What else do we need? We've got the beacons, more screws, and some reinforced iron plates. I thought I'd made enough iron plates, but there we go. Let's do that. There we go. We'll make a couple more reinforced iron plates, and that should allow us then to create a. No. Oh, we still need screws as well. Oh my goodness. Are there any in here, by the way? There are some in there. I can't actually remember how many I need. I don't think that's going to be enough, is it? 50. Well, thankfully, we don't have to wait long, because we've created our little setup over here. So I'm sure there's 50 in here now. There's 124 in there. There we go. Okay, so let's go back. Screws is a problem, I think. I think one of the biggest challenges in this game is getting enough screws. Okay, now we're going to... There we go. Finally, we've got enough for an object scanner. And if we just craft that... Okay, I can now equip this. Here we go. Just double click it. The other thing you notice is I've got an extra hand slot. So what I can actually do is drag it into the other hand slot. And now I've got my Xeno Zapper. And if I just move my scroll wheel... There we go. There is the scanner. I think, is it C? No, C is crouch. V, no, it's one of these. I can't remember which button it is, but what you can do is, if you just tap the right click button, it will actually change the thing to scan for. But at the minute, there is nothing to scan for because we haven't done any research. A little bit confusing to me, that. So, but what we can now do is put down our, was it molecular something machine? What was the MAM? I can't remember. Whatever it is, it's the research station. All right, let's pop one down. I don't know where you are. Logistics. There's a personal storage box. That's good news. So where do I create a MAM? MAM, there it is, under special. What do we need? We need more cabling and we need reinforced iron plates. I don't think we've got enough for iron plates. Oh yes, we have. We've got enough for 7. Beautiful. And we need more cable. So let's do a bit of that as well. Okay. Let's just crack on with that. We don't go too mad. I've been using all that cable, creating all those power line connections, haven't I? That'll do, won't it? Right, okay. And now we'll create that MAM. The MAM doesn't need any power either. Don't think it really matters which way it faces, because you can access it from any point, which I will now show. So I can press E here. Now what happens when you press E here now? Look, we've got different things that we can research. Alien organisms, Caterium, which is that thing that we found, wasn't it? There we go. This wouldn't have appeared if I hadn't found it, by the way. Flower petals, nutrients, power slugs, things like that as well. So let's just start with alien organisms. Now I happen to have both of those, I'm pretty sure, either on my person. No, I don't. So only one of them, I'm pretty sure they are in storage. These are the carapaces and organs that we got when we've been killing stuff. So let's just go and I think we only need one. The petals I saw as well. What have we done with the alien organs? I don't know. Oh, I'm sure one will turn up anyway, sooner or later. We'll get another one of them as well. So now I can go to alien organisms and I can click on this one, start research. And it says the analysis of alien, please choose a new node in the tree to begin new analysis. And now, what did we get for that?
New recipe unlocked.
What was the recipe? I think what that
New
recipe
research
is...
available in the MAM.
There we go. We need 10 more alien organs for that. So if we go to the MAM now, you can see that... Oh, sorry. Going here now, we can see that there's a new thing that's open. I think what that just did, by the way, was allowed us to... No, it wasn't 100% clear, was it? But I think that's allowing us now to create biomass. No. I don't know what that gave us. I don't know what that gave us, but you get the idea. please put something in the comments. It's frustrating me that I can't find any of them, because I'm sure I've had alien organs all over the place. Caterium. We know that's actually in our storage, don't we? Because we got some over here. Caterium, where are you? Power slug as well, we were talking about, weren't we? Caterium there we go. So we can just pop these things in and just start researching them. Caterium, I should just click on that. Start research. Just a few seconds for this one. Please choose new node. So what did we get?
New resource added to the resource scanner.
Okay, so here we go. Now we can actually, if I bring out the scanner, I think if I just click the... No, if I right click... Is it C? No. So my apologies, this isn't the resource scanner, this is the object scanner, isn't it, I've got on my hands. It's the resource scanner, so what you do with your whole V. And sure enough, you can actually now search for Caterium ore. So that's come up by researching it. Looks like there's a chunk, some bits around. Is that Caterium ore? There's one. 721 meters away. Okay, good. Let's keep going. Let's just keep adding stuff in. Alien organisms we've done. Power slugs, that was the other one, wasn't it? So let's just click on that. Here we go. Let's just keep an eye on the rewards before we lose them. Power shard. Okay, so let's just start the research. Nice 3-second research. And I happen to know for a fact that will give us, as advertised, power shards. Down here somewhere. Power shards. So any green power slugs or whatever they're called, we find now we can convert to power shards, and those power shards can be plugged into our constructors and what have you. Can we do it now? Not yet. We need to unlock that function to be able to plug them in. But once you do, you can plug them in, and they will become more efficient. They will produce more. Excuse me. They won't be more efficient, but they'll just produce more. In fact, actually, I think they're less efficient, because less efficient than having another constructor. But they do save space, and I guess they just produce a little bit more, and it's a little less stressful. All right. So how are we doing? What else have we got? What else have we got here that we can? Flower petals. Have I got any on me? Got plenty. Okay, I didn't see what that gave me. I should have looked. Does it tell you what you get? It does not tell you what you get. And now we need... Oh, look, we can create a colour gun on this one. And for this, we could actually do that. I won't do that now. I'll do that in another episode. But you can see we can create a colour gun. And that gives us the ability to basically paint our buildings and floors and whatever colour we like. Nutrients wise, here we go. We can do this one. We can click on the pale breeze. Start research. That's nice. 3 seconds. Confirm. Okay, crikey, what's this?
New object added to the object scanner.
Look at these things. Stator, steel pipe, and wire. That we can do. Okay, this one we've got as well. The beryl nuts. So we might as well research those. There we go. And now I think I can actually search for stuff. There we go. If I use the right mouse button, I can search for. Let's go and search for berries. So you can see that the bottom line tells you left and right how close you are. It looks like we're very close to one. Sorry, the bottom line tells you the direction. You can see it's going away, so it's over that direction. And as that beep gets faster, so you get nearer. There we are. Let me pick it up, please. I think it still stays beeping, even though that we've taken the pale berries off it. So if I right click, let's go and find a nut. We can just keep an eye, just make sure that line's getting bigger. It's over there, look. Oh, where's it gone? There they are. Lovely. How good is that, huh? So now we are we're able to search for nuts and paleberries. This is the sort of thing that research gives you, so it's quite handy that if you want to try and find some, some food while you're wandering about. I think that's it. All we can get from the MAM, isn't it? Right now, let's have a quick look. Hang on. We can't do those ones. We haven't found the bacon agaric yet. We've done power slugs. These are things that we haven't found yet. Look, there we go. Okay. Alright, I could have sworn I had some alien organs, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I did not. Okay, guys, I think that's all for this episode. I hope you're pretty pleased with this. I hope you're enjoying it. If you are, please drop a like. Subscribe would be awesome. If there's anything you've spotted that you think I could improve on, anything you'd like me to try, just let me know in the comments and I'll give it a go. Alright, guys, it's been a pleasure as always. See you next time now. Bye bye.